Good morning, America. Back-to-back winter storms, the double blow. After a foot of snow falls in the Midwest, causing pileups on the road as two new winter storms head east with bitter wind chills from Washington to New England, our weather team tracking it all.
Chaotic moments. What we're learning from 911 calls in Minneapolis right after an ICE agent shot and killed Renee Good.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't understand. We got EMS coming.
The new protests and sources telling ABC News the Justice Department is investigating Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey.
Alarming surge in flu cases. The latest numbers from the CDC well ahead of last season. 15 pediatric deaths reported this week alone. The state's getting hit hardest. Plus, the brand new study on whether taking Tylenol during pregnancy increases the risk of autism in children. A medical expert joins us to break it down.
Tariff threat. President Trump escalating his push for the U.S. to control Greenland.
I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland, because we need Greenland for national security.
The increasing pressure and how other NATO countries are responding.
Football frenzy.
Inside the 20, McMillan is in.
A weekend filled with high-stakes games, division titles on the line, plus the college football championship. Will Indiana be the Cinderella story of the year, or is it Miami's time to shine? ESPN's Sam Acho looks at all the compelling storylines.
And to the moon. NASA's Artemis 2 mission taking a big step forward this morning. What astronauts hope to accomplish as they set their sights on space.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
And good morning, America. So great to have you with us, and happy to have Rhiannon Alley at the desk with us this morning in
Thanks
Gio.
for having me.
Always great to see you. So we've got a lot coming up here. Also ahead, NASA getting ready to slowly move the Artemis 2 rocket to the launch pad. It's all in preparation for America's planned return to the moon for the first time since the Apollo program ended more than 50 years ago.
So much excitement around that. Plus, we've got a GMA medical alert. That new study on acetaminophen, the main ingredient in Tylenol, what it says pregnant women need to know about the safety of that medication for prenatal development.
And we begin with the double winter weather threat headed for the eastern U.S. Meteorologist Greg Dutra from our Chicago station WLS is here. Greg, winter far from over for us.
Yeah, that's right. A buffet of advisories out, too, as we watch the messy remnants of this Clipper system make its way through the Northeast today, but then a coastal system, and you can see those alerts down off to the south for Macon, Georgia, south of Atlanta on Sunday. So let's get right to it and track the first round through. Now, this is, again, mainly going to be interior Northeast, but we could see some snow flurries, kind of a punch of snowfall in New York City to Philly, anywhere between a trace and about a half an inch by this afternoon. Boston gets left out for the most part of round number 1, but round number 2, as that coastal storm forms, yeah, you may see some snow down into the south, up the I-95 corridor it goes. I think Boston gets more out of that, about 2 to 4 inches there, and another coating to about a half inch from New York to Philly. Let's go back over to you, Whit.
All right, Greg, we'll check back with you in just a bit. To Minneapolis now, on another night of anti-ICE protests, the 10th since an immigration agent shot and killed Renee Good. And now sources say the DOJ is investigating the city's mayor and the governor of Minnesota. ABC's Matt Rivers joins us now with the latest. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. We are expecting more protests into this weekend, both for and against the ICE presence here in the city. We saw firsthand yesterday just how tense things are in the streets. Brutal cold driving winds, but the protests continue in Minneapolis.
It's time to move back.
Protesters gathering outside the federal building Friday. ABC News cameras there as federal officials moved in. So what we're seeing here is a couple dozen officers that have come out of the federal building there in riot gear, pushing the protesters that have been out front of the building all day long back onto the sidewalk. They have threatened people with arrest if they don't comply. Several protesters eventually arrested. Officers seen here in this video chasing a protester down in a nearby field.
Where are we supposed to go?
And as ICE continues to expand what they call Operation Metro Surge, multiple sources tell ABC News Mayor Jacob Frey and Governor Tim Walz now under federal investigation for obstructing law enforcement activity. Walz responding, saying, Weaponizing the justice system and threatening political opponents is a dangerous authoritarian tactic. The only person not being investigated for the shooting of Renee Good is the federal agent who shot her. And this morning, new information about the shooting of Renee Good. The first emergency calls coming at 9:38 a.m. One telling dispatchers, there's 15 ICE agents and they shot her, because she wouldn't open her car door.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't care. We understand. We got EMS coming.
Paramedics arrived at 9:42 a.m., reporting Good had 2 gunshots to the right chest, 1 gunshot to the left forearm, and an additional wound on the left side of her head, which the report called a possible gunshot wound. Controversy over that shooting not slowing down ICE operations. DHS saying some 2,500 arrests have been made since the operation began, including outside the Minneapolis metro area. Multiple witnesses tell ABC News federal agents ate lunch in a Mexican restaurant in Wilmar, nearly 100 miles outside Minneapolis Thursday, then followed the staff after closing time. This video obtained by ABC News showing officers arresting 3 of them. Now, Donald Trump had threatened to use the Insurrection Act, which would have allowed him to bring U.S. military forces here to Minnesota. But for now, he does appear to be walking that back, saying for now, Rhiannon, he does not think that it's necessary.
All right, Matt Rivers there for us in Minneapolis. Thank you. Now we turn to the surging number of flu cases across much of the U.S. The CDC saying cases are up to 3 million compared to last season's total, and the deaths of 15 children were also reported in the last week. ABC's Morgan Norwood is here with the latest on that. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning to you, Rhiannon. This flu season is taking a serious turn, especially for kids. So parents, listen up. Hospitals are strained and the number of deaths among children, sadly, are climbing. And doctors this morning are sounding the alarm.
This morning, an alarming rise in flu cases across the country, with the CDC estimating at least 18 million illnesses, 230,000 hospitalizations, and 9,300 deaths so far this season. Children being hit especially hard, with 15 reported pediatric flu deaths this week alone, bringing the total this season to 32 children lost. New Jersey now reporting its first pediatric flu death. 2-year-old Isaiah Castillo. His mother says he was sent home from the ER with a fever of 101, and hours later, it spiked to 105. He suffered seizures and died the next day.
I will never be the same. My family will never be the same.
In New Orleans, 6-year-old Henry Cherie in the hospital fighting for his life after his mother Ashley says he was initially discharged following multiple flu-related seizures.
After 2 hours, they said he was fine to go. We left, and literally right after we pulled out of the parking lot, he had another seizure. So we just turned right around, went back to the hospital.
Ashley says she and her family skipped flu shots this year, and she's urging parents to take this seriously.
I would tell other parents that it's terrifying. Be mindful of the flu and taking every precaution that you can.
The virus now spreading rapidly from coast to coast. 14 states now seeing very high flu-like illnesses, while 19 states are seeing high levels. The CDC says the bulk of cases are linked to the new, more aggressive variant known as subclade K. And with these cases spiking well ahead of peak flu season, health experts reminding parents it's not too late to vaccinate. 90% of reported pediatric flu deaths this season are among children who were not vaccinated.
Children should not be dying from influenza or winding up severely ill or hospitalized. People need to take this virus seriously because there are several more months of this left. That includes getting vaccinated, staying home if you're sick, washing your hands, washing your surfaces, essentially thinking of others if you have any cold or flu symptoms.
And doctors also say the flu can sometimes cause seizures in children, as well as other complications like pneumonia, muscle swelling, or dehydration. Bottom line, if a child has uncontrolled shaking, difficulty breathing, or sudden confusion, you want to call 911 and get straight to an ER, Janae.
Gotta think about the number of those cases, but especially those families who've lost children. Morgan, thank you. And there's news this morning about a major new study on the safety of acetaminophen. That's the main ingredient in Tylenol during pregnancy. Last fall, President Trump and HHS Secretary RFK Jr. urged pregnant women to limit use of the drug, something many health experts said was the wrong advice, and that left many women wondering what the right thing to do for their unborn child was. So joining us now is Dr. Laura Riley, who's the chair of obstetrics and gynecology at Weill Cornell Medicine. Let's talk about this new study. It looked at more than 1 million children. It's published in The Lancet, a leading medical journal. You told me just a second ago, it looked at siblings. It was really comprehensive. What's it tell us?
It was as comprehensive as you can be, looking at multiple other studies. And the most important part is that they did a good job trying to account for things like the genetics that we know are associated with autism and ADHD. And essentially what they found is that there's no link between acetaminophen and ADHD or autism or other neurodevelopmental disorders.
So you told me you've been seeing a reluctance in women to take Tylenol, other medications containing acetaminophen, even one you said yesterday who had 101 fever. What do you tell them?
I tell them the same thing I've been telling them for years, which is the data that we have suggests that acetaminophen is safe to be used. And in fact, the fever, the severe pain, those things cause bad things in pregnancy as well, such as preterm birth, congenital malformations. So it's really important to use the acetaminophen when you need it.
And you're saying that that is what you've been telling your patients that you see from last fall, today, anytime. You've told them acetaminophen if and when you need it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Dr. Riley, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Rhiannon.
All right, Janae and Doctor, thank you for that. To Washington now, with the Trump administration floating new tariffs as pressure in its push to acquire Greenland. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang joins us now with more on that. Hey, Selena, good morning.
Yeah, Rhiannon, good morning to you. So President Trump is once again ramping up his efforts to take over Greenland, despite polls showing that the vast majority of Americans from both parties are against the idea. And now Trump is even threatening tariffs on countries that don't go along.
This morning, President Trump escalating his push for the U.S. to control Greenland, now issuing a new threat to allies that stand in his way.
I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland, because we need Greenland for national security.
For weeks, Trump has been turning up the pressure, saying the U.S. will have Greenland one way or another, a territory long controlled by our NATO ally Denmark. And Trump refuses to rule out military force to get it. Now 6 other NATO countries, including Germany, France, and the UK, surging forces to Greenland in support of Denmark. Both Denmark and Greenland have made it clear Greenland does not want to be under U.S. control. A bipartisan group of senators now in Denmark trying to cool tensions.
There's a lot of rhetoric, but there's not a lot of reality in the current discussion in Washington.
All of this just weeks after the U.S. captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and Trump declared the U.S. is running the country. And just one day after Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado gave Trump her Nobel Peace Prize, Trump now lavishing praise on her.
And I was very, very impressed. She's this is a fine woman.
But Trump still isn't backing Machado to lead Venezuela, even though her party is credited with winning the last election in a landslide. Instead, he's embracing Delcy Rodriguez, the acting president who is Maduro's loyal number 2. Machado blasting Rodriguez.
She's a communist. She's the main ally and representation of the Russian regime, the Chinese and the Iranians.
The White House says President Trump hopes there will one day be elections in Venezuela, but they aren't putting any timeline on it. Despite that wit, Machado says she has no doubt that President Trump supports democracy and the mandate of the people of Venezuela.
So much at stake. Selena Wang, we appreciate it. We move overseas now, and the latest on anti-government protests in Iran in the face of a violent crackdown that's killed, according to activists, more than 3,000 people. ABC News chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell is joining us from the region with more. Ian, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Whit. After 3 weeks of turmoil in Iran, it does appear that the protests have been crushed. A brutal and bloody crackdown, leaving thousands dead and arrested. Despite President Trump promising help is on the way, he's now thanking the regime and appearing to back away from military action, posting, "I greatly respect the fact that all scheduled hangings which were to take place yesterday, over 800 of them, have been cancelled by the leadership of Iran." Now, it's not possible to verify his claims, and despite President Trump's words of respect towards Iran, this morning, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei slamming President Trump on X, saying he's the main culprit for the killings, writing, "We find the US president guilty due to the casualties, damages and slander he inflicted upon the Iranian nation." And in a sign that the crisis may not have entirely passed, the Pentagon expected to send more military assets to the Middle East, possibly including the USS Lincoln carrier strike group, seen here steaming towards the region. Janae?
All right, Ian, panel, our thanks to you. Back here at home now, the suspect in the murders of an Ohio dentist and his wife has been indicted. Prosecutors say Michael McKee killed Spencer and Monique Tepe in their home just after Christmas. McKee had been married to Monique Tepe. They divorced in 2017. McKee faces a possible life sentence if convicted. He's currently being held in Illinois and awaiting extradition.
The suspect in the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk is now asking a judge to disqualify prosecutors in the case. Tyler Robinson's attorneys back in court claiming a conflict of interest involving one prosecutor whose 18-year-old child was at the rally where Kirk was killed back in September. The judge adjourned the hearing without ruling. Robinson has pleaded not guilty in the case. Whit?
Now to the economy, Rhiannon, and some encouraging news in the housing market, especially if you're looking to buy a home. ABC's Andrew Dimbert is here, and Andrew, you're tracking the mortgage rates on this one.
Yeah, believe it or not, some encouraging news for home buyers in 2026. Yeah, mortgage rates are easing, and the housing market is starting to show the kind of momentum economists say home buyers have been waiting for. The average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage now sits at just over 6%. It's the lowest level in more than 3 years and nearly a full point less than this time last year when rates were hovering above 7%. Economists say that kind of drop could bring more than 5 million additional households back into the pool of potential buyers this year. At the same time, though, inventory remains tight. There are just over 1 million homes on the market nationwide as many homeowners continue to hold off on listing. But still, more homes are expected to come to market perhaps as early as next month and slowly ease some of that pressure on buyers. And talking hard dollars, prices remain stubbornly high. The national median home price now just over $400,000, extending a years-long streak of increasing home prices. Yet home sales rose across every region of the country, with the biggest gains in number of homes sold in the South and the West. Looking ahead, mortgage rates are expected to average around 6% in 2026 after what industry experts were calling a tough year for buyers in 2025.
Yeah. An encouraging change. It's still such an affordability problem for so many people, though. Yeah.
All right, Andrew, thank you.
We have some exciting news for all you space nerds out there. I am including myself in that. NASA is moving closer to doing something it hasn't done in more than 5 decades, return to the moon. The anticipation is building here, and ABC's Ike Ajachi is here now with the latest. Ike, none of us were even born the last time we went to the moon. This is exciting.
Wasn't even a thought. But you know what? This is a great, exciting time. And I know Gio is somewhere just salivating at this story. NASA, as you said, Rhiannon, they're taking a giant step toward humanity's return to the moon. The agency has begun rolling out its powerful Space Launch System rocket and Orion spacecraft, which together forms the foundation of Artemis II, the first crewed lunar mission in more than 50 years. Now, crews at the Kennedy Space Center have begun the slow 10 to 12-hour rollout from the Vehicle Assembly Building to Launch Pad 39B, a 4-mile crawl marking the final stretch of preparation for a 10-day mission around the moon. Now, Artemis II will carry 3 Americans and 1 Canadian astronaut on the first human journey beyond low Earth orbit since Apollo 17 in 1972. Now, the mission is set to launch as early as February 6th, but it won't include a lunar landing. Instead, it will test every system needed for future missions, from life support and navigation to deep space communication. Now, the crew will circle the moon using its gravity to slingshot back toward Earth. Now, NASA officials called this a critical prove-it mission, paving the way for humans to once again walk on the moon as soon as Artemis 3, which is later this decade. Guys, this is exciting stuff.
Amazing. I love that animation too, where you see it like doing the slingshot with the gravity.
It doesn't just go straight to the moon. It like goes all the way around.
Big turn. It'll get a nice view on the way back.
Hey, really paid attention to math class.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, still ahead here on GMA, a terrifying scene caught on camera. A car careening into traffic and causing a violent chain reaction.
Plus, changes that could be ahead this year in airport security that could make your traveling more convenient.
Oh, we love the idea of that. And our college football championship preview with ESPN's Sam Acho. Can Miami beat the odds and take down top-seeded Indiana? We're going to tell you.
The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Welcome back to GMA. The Avengers raking in blockbuster numbers online 11 months ahead of the new film. Yeah, teasers for Avengers Doomsday have surpassed 1 billion views combined. That is unimaginable. The 4 trailers featuring Thor, Steve Rogers, Black Panther, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four making quite the splash across social media. Avengers Doomsday hits theaters December 18th. It's going to be a long year waiting.
That's right.
I didn't even know you could buy tickets that
big
far.
build-up.
Right?
Yeah, people very excited. All right, let's take a look at some of the other big stories that we're following on this Saturday morning. An urgent search for a missing 14-year-old boy in North Carolina. The FBI now joining the search for Gideon Ferguson. Gideon was last seen Wednesday at his home in Cleveland, just outside of Charlotte. Search teams are using dogs and drones to help look for the teen.
A dashboard camera captured a wild 7-car crash at a stoplight in northwest Georgia. Watch as an SUV plows into a line of stopped cars. That SUV overturns and then lands on another car. 4 drivers were injured, and investigators say the 83-year-old SUV driver mistakenly hit the gas instead of the brake before the crash.
An explosion caught on camera in Willow River, Minnesota. Authorities saying a gas line blew up Friday. No injuries reported, but officials say their 911 operators were inundated with calls about the blast. County officials expect gas to be restored to the community today.
And some bragging rights for Bruno Mars this morning. The Romantic Tour sold 2.1 million tickets on Thursday.
What?
That sets the record for the most tickets sold in a single day on Ticketmaster and Live Nation history across North America and Europe. The Romantic Tour. I like the name. It kicked off on April 10th in Las Vegas.
You know what? Ticket demand was so intense, they added 30 dates.
Really?
30 dates, yes. Did you really?
Do that again. Do it again.
It's going to be a great show.
Oh, goodness. All right, we start this half hour looking at travel trends for the new year. It is never too early to start planning, and Katie Nashville, one of our favorites from Going, joins us with more on popular destinations. Love when you're here, Katie. Okay, so many of us are just back from holiday vacations, but it's always nice to look forward to the next trip. Going tracks airfare deals. You have some good news about airfares that are dropping.
Yes, so this is a part of our 2026 travel predictions. We are anticipating that we're going to see and continue to see cheaper fares in the new year. You know, it's a combination of slightly fewer trips taken by people. People are being a little bit more cost conscious, but then airlines are adding a bunch of flights, so there's going to be more seats available to take advantage of. So more seats, slightly fewer travelers, recipe for cheaper fares, which is always good to hear.
Yeah, we like that. Let's talk about Japan. I went recently. It's been such a hotspot destination for so many people. What are the trends you're seeing there and other parts of Asia too?
Yeah, Asia is a region on the rise that we've seen in the past few years. Japan specifically is on the bucket list, the top of the bucket list for many travelers.
It's got it all. It really does. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Even if you don't like sushi, it's got it all. And you know, and we're already seeing that airlines are jumping on that trend, adding a bunch of flights. We're seeing some stellar fares. Just the other day in the Going app, LA to Tokyo, $597 round trip.
Okay.
Wow.
I scored a deal from New York, $699 round trip.
Wow.
We haven't seen that since the end of the pandemic, really, 2020, 2021.
Okay, so an international trip might not be in everyone's budget. It can be really expensive to travel overseas. So tell us some deals closer to home.
Yeah, you know, you don't necessarily have to take a long-haul international trip. You can look at some trips that feel big, like Phoenix to Kona. It's whale watching season right now, 269 round trip. Or maybe you're located in one of those colder cities like we are right now, and you just want some sun. You can head to one of those Caribbean islands, New York to Curacao, for only 267 round trip. That's over President's Week too, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, Indianapolis over to what's it called? I just lost my train of thought. Oh,
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos, yes,
Earlier,
thank you. 321 round trip. That's another fantastic fare. So there's options to be had even if you want to stay a little bit closer to home.
Okay, so what's your prediction about airport security this year?
Yes, so this is one that we're watching. We're waiting with bated breath. We're anticipating to see that the liquid limitation rule potentially gets rolled back. So you are now able to take your sunscreen through, as well as maybe that bottle of wine you purchased on your trip and forgot to pack in your checked bag. So it hasn't happened yet, but we could potentially see some testing, and we've heard the DHS secretary sort of allude to this, so it's definitely on our radar for one to watch.
I buy new sunscreen every destination that we go to because of this.
Yes. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Or the kids leave the water bottle in the backpack and you're there pouring it all out in the trash. It's the whole thing.
Every time.
Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to that. Yes. Katie, it's always great to have you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you. Huge weekend for football fans. The divisional round of the NFL playoffs and the college football championship on Monday night. ESPN football analyst Sam Acho is joining us now with a preview. Sam, it's great to see you as always. So let's start with the NFL playoffs. If you could only watch one game of the two that are happening today, which do you think will have the most fireworks?
I'm watching the 49ers go to the Seattle Seahawks. I think that game will have the most fireworks. That game is featuring two teams that are part of the same division. And Seattle's a team that has a #1 defense. They've won 11 of their last 12 games, including a win at the end of the regular season against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, San Fran, on the other hand, has battled a slew of injuries, and quarterback Brock Purdy has been really good this season when healthy. So I can't wait to watch this dominant defense that Seattle has in Seattle's house, one of the loudest places I've ever played, versus a team that may be a team of destiny in the 49ers and Brock Purdy.
Now, Sam, I don't know if you colluded with Whit, but
I like that a lot.
Exactly what he wanted to hear. Turning now to the college championship on Monday, what does Indiana have to do to complete its worst to first mission and win the national championship?
Indiana has to block out the noise. We talk about home field advantage. This game, the college football national championship, is in Miami. It's essentially Miami's home team, if you will. Yet Indiana has a chance to win in one-on-one contested catches. They've done it all season long to try to win at the line of scrimmage. And then quarterback Fernando Mendoza, who's a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback who in the last 2 games has more touchdowns and incompletions, he has to be playing at an elite level as well. And so blocking out the noise is part one with all the hoopla and the excitement. But also part two is executing at a high level. And that's what Indiana's done all season long in their undefeated season so far.
Yeah, and then we know that Indiana is the favorite here. A key Canes player actually won't even be taking the field, tight end Elijah Lofton. So which players really need to step up for the Canes to pull off this upset?
Well, it starts with true freshman receiver Malachi Toney and then his quarterback Carson Beck. Malachi Toney has 99 catches on the year for over 1,000 yards. You won't always find him down the field. Usually the 18-year-old, he'll catch screen passes and take those passes to the house. Then I go to quarterback Carson Beck. You're saying a quarterback has to be great? Well, yes, Carson Beck had a stretch in the middle of the season where he threw 6 interceptions in 2 games. They lost both of those games. But since then, he's been on a tear. And so Carson Beck has to not do too much. They have an outstanding running game, so hand the ball off, get the ball to Malachi Toney, rely on the defense, and Carson Beck needs to be elite when he has to be. I remember earlier in the season, there were some outstanding throws that Carson Beck made, some top 10 Sports Center throws. He needs to make more of those without pressing too much.
Sam, you want to give us a prediction? Who you got?
I'm leaning towards Indiana in this one. Indiana's been on a tear. They dominated Alabama a few weeks ago, had a huge win versus Oregon. It seems like this is a team on a mission. Special teams has been great. offense has been outstanding. The defense has played at a high level, silent Indiana, even though they're playing in Miami.
Yeah. Sam, home game. She set you up. That was not in the prompter.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing game to watch. Sam, thank you so much. You can watch the college national championship game between Indiana and Miami on ESPN Monday night, 7:30 Eastern. And then Sam's going to be back with us right here in our second hour to talk more NFL playoffs.
A lot to talk about.
Looking at those holiday weekend shopping deals enticing us online and in stores. Will Gans has been scouting out the bargains, along with, of course, keeping up with football. We know that's your favorite too.
Yes, in between football plays, I have been shopping. Actually, in between shopping, I've been listening to you guys talk about football. That's right. So if you're wondering what deals, you should be looking out for.
Tell us about the deals.
I got you. Ice cold temperatures for a lot of the country, but the first holiday weekend of the new year brings with it some red hot deals to celebrate, including lots of items for the home. So if getting better sleep is one of your New Year's resolutions, now's a great time to shop for a new mattress. Nectar is offering up to 66% off mattresses. For example, this Nectar Classic Memory Foam Queen Size mattress is $649. That's 58% off. Its normal value of over $1,500, and Dream Cloud has a classic memory foam queen mattress for $799, down from its total value of $1,548. That's nearly 50% off, which is, a great deal.
Well, what about appliances?
All right, Lowe's has a Whirlpool 7 cubic feet vented electric dryer for $499, down from $699. Meanwhile, Amazon has a Keurig K Express single-serve coffee maker for $69.99.
I just bought that for my office like last month.
Well, see if you can do the old switcheroo, because now it's 36% off its usual price. And Frigidaire is offering more than $100 off this 24-inch dishwasher at $428, down from $529. And if you've got some home projects you want to tackle yourself, Home Depot has the Husky Mechanics 280-piece tool set at $99. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
At 50% off, it's $199 asking
You
price.
had me at Husky Mechanics.
There you go. And just yesterday, I bought this 16-inch circular space heater on Amazon at 50% off, because we're in for another cold snap next week, and Archie has had enough. So,
Fair enough. What about deals on clothes and electronics?
Okay, clothing and electronics, both big categories with some sales this weekend. Madewell is offering up to 70% off its entire end-of-season sale. For example, I've gotten so many compliments on this corduroy jacket, more than anything else I wear.
Yes,
you guys are always talking about it. You can snag an extra discount with code NEWYEAR from Madewell to bring the original price of $168 to just $90. That's nearly 50% off. Can't recommend that jacket enough. Meanwhile, Athleta is touting winter deals like its With Ease cinch top starting at $29.99, which is half off, with additional discounts available at checkout. And you can head over to Best Buy for winter sales on Apple products, from iPads to phones to AirPods, like a 4-pack of Apple AirTags, down 20% from $99 to just $79.
Can I tell you guys, I put one of these in my car and it has changed my life.
Oh, yeah.
Now I never have to remember where I parked it.
That's really
I hide them on my kids.
I was going to say, I put one in with talking to Geo's to make sure they're never too far.
Yeah. Will, thanks so much. You look good in the corduroy jacket, by the way.
Very much.
Poet core.
Now, with our play of the day and a very exciting announcement as we expand our ABC family, our GMA weekend meteorologist Samara Theodore just became a mom. Yeah. She's sharing pictures of her newborn baby girl, Noni Allie Hollerway, with Dad Nelson. They say she's a sweet girl with a little bit of spice, and they are overjoyed and looking forward to watching this love expand. Congratulations to all 3 of them.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I wish we want more pictures.
Yeah, I know,
Just send us more.
I know.
Send us more when we get them. We'll share. All right, coming up here on GMA in our second hour, it's time for our ABC Secret Savings Spectacular. 25 big-name products at prices that can't be beat.
And we'll be back.
Good morning, America. It's our second hour. Back-to-back winter storms, the double blow after a foot of snow falls in the Midwest, causing pileups on the highways as 2 new winter storms head east with bitter wind chills from Washington to New England. Our weather team tracking it all.
Alarming surge in flu cases. The latest numbers from the CDC well ahead of last season. 15 pediatric deaths reported this week alone. The state's getting hit hardest. Plus, the brand new study on whether taking Tylenol during pregnancy increases the risk of autism in children. A medical expert joins us this morning.
Football frenzy. We're gearing up for this weekend's NFL playoff matchups. Can Josh Allen and the Bills get one step closer to the big game? Or will Denver's defense shut them down?
And the Broncos are on it.
And can the 49ers get revenge on the Seahawks? Or will Seattle soar at home? We're breaking down today's big games.
It's time for our Secret Savings Spectacular. 25 top brands at unbeatable prices to stretch your budget in 2026 for your home, self-care,
good 2026.
Enjoying the outdoors.
20% off right now, you guys.
I'm out.
This is great because so many.
And so much more. Start your new year by shopping smart and saving big as we say, Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Lots of excitement building over the latest round of the NFL playoffs. ESPN's Sam Acho joins us with a preview of all the big matches ahead.
Yep, looking forward to that. Plus, a new mission to the moon, the lunar journey, marking NASA's first crewed flight to the moon in more than 50 years.
We want to begin, though, with the snow and the cold on the move through the east. A double dose of winter storms are on the way for the region, so let's get straight over to meteorologist Greg Dutra from our Chicago station, WLS. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. That's right. We're whetting our appetite this morning, right, with the first round. And then we've got another one that may bring snow as far south as the Florida Panhandle. So the remnants of the Clipper system move through today. There's a hodgepodge of winter weather advisories. This northern kind of section from Asheville north, that's for today. Down near Macon, that is off to the south and for Sunday's system. So let's take a look at this here, tracking it through the late morning and into the afternoon. A little thump of snowfall for New York and Philly, thinking about a dusting to a half of an inch there. Then as we head off to the south and that coastal storm starts forming, there's that snow. Again, as far south as the panhandle of Florida, and it lifts its way up to the north. Could see possibly 3 to 6 inches of snowfall as it makes its way into coastal Massachusetts through the end of the weekend. Let's go over to you, Janae.
All right, a lot of people watching that, Greg. Thank you. Overnight in Minneapolis, there was another round of anti-ICE protests following the fatal shooting of Renee Good by an immigration agent. And now, sources say the DOJ is investigating the city's mayor and governor of Minnesota. ABC's Matt Rivers joins us with the latest. Matt, good morning again.
Well, good morning, Janae. We have seen a lot of tension on the streets of Minneapolis. We saw it firsthand yesterday outside of the federal building, and we are expecting more protests to last through the weekend. Protests both against the ICE presence here in Minneapolis, as we've seen for a while now, and also a protest led by conservative influencers in support of ICE.
Brutal cold, driving winds, but the protests continue in Minneapolis.
Time to move back.
Protesters gathering outside the federal building Friday. ABC News cameras there as federal officials moved in.
So what we're seeing here is a couple dozen officers that have come out of the federal building there in riot gear, pushing the protesters that have been out front of the building all day long back onto the sidewalk. They have threatened people with arrest if they don't comply.
Several protesters eventually arrested. Officers seen here in this video chasing a protester down in a nearby field.
Where are we supposed to go?
And as ICE continues to expand what they call Operation Metro Surge, multiple sources tell ABC News Mayor Jacob Fry and Governor Tim Walz now under federal investigation for obstructing law enforcement activity. Walz responding, saying, weaponizing the justice system and threatening political opponents is a dangerous authoritarian tactic. The only person not being investigated for the shooting of Renee Good is the federal agent who shot her. And this morning, new information about the shooting of Renee Good. The first emergency calls coming at 9:38 a.m. One telling dispatchers, there's 15 ICE agents and they shot her, because she wouldn't open her car door. Paramedics arrived at 9:42 a.m., reporting Good had 2 gunshots to the right chest, 1 gunshot to the left forearm, and an additional wound on the left side of her head, which the report called a possible gunshot wound.
So we are expecting more protests throughout the weekend, but the one big variable here will be the weather. Temperatures expected to drop well into the single digits, even into negative territory. So the big outstanding question, will the weather dampen the spirit of protest that we've seen for well over a week now in Minneapolis?
Yeah, still such a volatile situation there. Matt Rivers, thanks so much. Turning now to the alarming surge in flu cases and a doubling of pediatric deaths in just the last week. ABC's Morgan Norwood is here with more on that. Morgan, good morning.
Good morning to you, Whit. This flu season is taking a serious turn, especially for children, and doctors are really concerned. Let's run down the numbers here because the CDC estimates 18 million illnesses, more than 230,000 hospitalizations, and more than 9,000 deaths so far this season. Pediatric cases have nearly doubled, with more than 15 children who died just this week, and that brings the total this season to 32. New Jersey is reporting its first pediatric flu death, and it's a 2-year-old who was sent home from the ER with a fever, who later suffered seizures and then died. In New Orleans, a similar story. A 6-year-old remains hospitalized after flu-related seizures. His family says that he was discharged, then seized again minutes later. Flu activity is now high or very high in more than half of the country, and it's driven in part by that more aggressive strain called subclade K. Health officials, though, urge vaccination, warning it's not too late. There are still months left in this flu season, Rhiannon.
Important warning there, Morgan. Thank you. We want to talk about a major new study just released on Tylenol. A team of scientists calling it the strongest evidence ever, showing that when pregnant women use Tylenol, it does not cause their children to become autistic. Researchers in The Lancet saying they combed through the data of 60 studies, and they say despite the position taken by the U.S. government, they did not find taking Tylenol during pregnancy causes autism, attention deficit, or hyperactivity in children. Janae?
All right, Rhiannon. Actor Timothy Busfield rebuking the child sex abuse charges filed against him and slamming attempts by prosecutors to keep him in jail. Busfield's attorneys on Friday called for him to be released as he awaits the outcome of the criminal case. They claim an independent investigation undermined the state's allegations. Busfield has not entered a plea, but asserts he's innocent of all charges against him. A hearing on Tuesday could determine if Busfield will remain in jail.
Well, it's an exciting day for NASA and its goal of returning astronauts to the moon. ABC's Ike Ajachi is here with the details on that. Ike, they're going to do a flyby, like a slingshot around the moon.
A little flyby.
Yeah, exactly.
A little flyby, you know. And I want to show you something special. Take a look at this. This is a live look at the rollout. Yes, now what you're watching right now are crews at the Kennedy Space Center moving the powerful Space Launch System rocket and Orion spacecraft, which together forms the foundation of Artemis II, which is the first crewed lunar mission in more than 50 years. Now, it's currently in a 4-mile crawl from the vehicle assembly building to Launch Pad 39B, a process that'll take anywhere between 10 to 12 hours.
Oh, it is a crawl.
Yeah, it really is. It's very, very slow. Now, NASA says although this is slow, it's another giant step toward humanity's return to the moon. Today's operation, it's the final stretch of preparation for a 10-day mission around the moon. So Artemis II will carry 3 Americans and 1 Canadian astronaut on the first human journey beyond low Earth orbit since Apollo 17 in 1972. Now, the mission is set to launch as early as February 6th, but it won't include a lunar landing. Instead, it will test every system needed for future missions, from life support, navigation to deep space communication. Now, the crew will circle around the moon, just like you said, Whit, and it's going to use that gravity to actually slingshot it back toward Earth. Amazing science going on here right now. Now, NASA officials call this a critical prove-it mission, paving the way for humans to once again walk on the moon as soon as Artemis III, which is later this decade. You going to sign up to do it?
There's a reason I'm not an astronaut. I was not that good at math.
I love that it's called a prove-it mission.
Exactly. Right. Make sure you can get it done safely and get back. Thank you, Ike, for that. Appreciate it.
Got it.
All right, coming up here on GMA in our morning menu, ESPN's Sam Acho is back with a preview of what to expect in today's NFL playoff games.
And we're kicking off our ABC Secret Savings Spectacular. 25 products from great companies with prices you can't get anywhere else. That's just ahead. We're back now on GMA and more on the 2 NFL playoff games happening today. ESPN Sam Acho is back with us. So, Sam, let's start with the first game. Buffalo at top-seeded Denver. Can Josh Allen continue his march towards his first Super Bowl against a tough Bronco defense?
It'll be a challenge for Josh Allen. Denver's playing at home, and this Denver Broncos defense leads the NFL in sacks, 68. The next team has 57. So they'll be all over the quarterback. Now, the benefit of this Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills team is the fact that they are the #1 team when it comes to running the football. So running back James Cook is going to have a huge day. The reason why that matters is that if you're in a 3rd and long opportunity, that pass rush led by Nick Bonito, who has 10-plus sacks, is going to be ferocious. So not only the pass rush, but the crowd noise playing at Denver. And so Josh Allen's going to have to overcome a lot if he wants a chance to get to and win his first Super Bowl.
All right, let's turn to the late game. My 49ers visiting the Seahawks. We touched on this in the first hour, but San Francisco, they lost at home to Seattle in what was truly a shootout, the last game of the regular season. Could the outcome be different this time? What should we expect?
The outcome could definitely be different, but San Francisco has to be better on the defensive side of the ball. In that game, Week 18, the last game of the regular season, San Fran couldn't stop Seattle early, and Seattle continued to run the ball. Seattle's one of the best running teams in the NFL as well, and so they ran the ball, they gained field position, and all of a sudden, it was a big-time win for the Seattle Seahawks. So I understand the defense has been marred by injuries in San Francisco. Also, 49ers will be without tight end George Kittle. But this is the playoffs, and all you need is a chance to get in the dance. And so there's definitely an opportunity for a different outcome in this matchup.
Whit was hoping you'd call him the Team of Destiny again. But
You did call him that earlier, though. I wrote that down, Team of Destiny, so we'll see.
He has it in quotes. There are 9 head coach vacancies in the NFL right now. So who do you think, who's an under-the-radar candidate that's most likely to land one of those jobs?
A man by the name of Aden Durde. He's a defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, the #1 defense in the NFL. However, he doesn't call the plays. I will say this. He's been in the NFL. He's played in the NFL. He's coached for the Dallas Cowboys, helped develop Micah Parsons. This guy is a trusted voice within NFL locker rooms. I know he's not the highest name on people's radar. He's got so much experience in a relationship with the players. I think he's an under-the-radar name that people need to be alert for. He's already had two or so interviews so far. So don't be surprised if you see Durde as a head coach here pretty soon.
All right, 9 vacancies. That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of jobs open. All right, Sam, thank you. The divisional round continues Sunday, and you can watch the Texans versus the Patriots. That's going to be a good one as well. That is at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow right here on ABC.
All right.
Okay, welcome to our ABC Secret Savings January special. This year, we want to save you more money than ever before.
Yep, so over the next 30 minutes, together with Lori Bergamotto, we will show you limited time savings from 25 incredible brands that you won't want to miss.
And these deals, they will not last. So when you see something you love, head over to abcsecretsavings.com to place an order. You can also point your camera right under Lori right there, the QR code on the screen to access all of the limited time deals. So Lori, let's kick off the new year with some savings.
Yes, Happy New Year. What better way to kick off 2026 than with some savings, you guys? So we are going to talk about heat holders.
Oh, we got to stay warm.
We got to stay warm. It's already been so chilly
so
out.
cold.
I know. So they have everything, you guys. They've got puffers. They've got gloves. Go ahead and put those on if you want,
Wait,
Gio.
so these are gloves?
No, these are socks. The gloves are the purple ones.
Okay.
But the socks are also really warm.
Wait, here we
and
go.
they have a heat weaver lining that actually hugs your body, you guys. So it really traps that warmth in.
Oh my gosh, I need this.
And the other thing I love about
these are
these
really warm.
is these puffers are so warm, but they're not puffy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes
you can
don't,
fold them up.
You
yes.
can fold them up, but also
Not
you don't want to
bulky.
be walking around with all of that, or at least I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to
Especially with the traveling,
Exactly.
right? You want to be able to pack it.
All of that bulk, and so they are really nice and slim to your person, but they are so warm, you guys. They also have pajamas. These are 30% off.
Oh,
and
you can see
start
how
at
fuzzy and warm. Yeah.
$13.
Oh my
Super
gosh, the
stuff.
inside of this,
Warm.
so cool.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
you
we
guys,
like these stadium
please
seats.
come join my
Yes.
stadium
Oh, okay.
here.
I started warming this one up for myself.
Yeah, these are from Outcore, and you guys,
yeah.
I'm going to come and cross over here. These are stadium seating. So right now, it's January. A lot of us are going to school concerts or outdoor soccer or whatever it is outdoor or even indoor. It's cold in those gyms.
Yeah.
And those bleacher seats, they are
Very
not
uncomfortable.
comfy. So these from Outcore, these stadium seats, they're super comfortable. They have anti-slip bases, bleacher hooks. They have pockets for snacks, which I'm very excited about. But one of my most favorite things about it is how portable it is.
Oh,
so you
look
can
at that.
take it. It's a backpack.
Oh, like a backpack.
Yes, you can just put that backpack on, tote it
Let me see
anywhere.
Let me see that.
Oh, Gio wants to try it out.
Put it to use.
Let's see.
How light is it, Gio? Look at that.
This is really cool.
It is really cool, and also these are 20% off right now, you guys.
I'm out.
This is great because so many generations are coming to games and they're going to stadiums.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of seating you want people. They'll be so excited to go to the games.
Comfortable and warm.
Don't
Can't
you
go
like
wrong.
this look?
Dude, this look is actually
Right?
really
It
working
works
for
on
you.
me.
I gotta tell you, guys. All right, we gotta get to the next one. So this is from
these
Panther
useful
Vision.
hats.
So are you guys affected by the way the sun sets? Like, does it make you sad when it gets dark so early?
It makes
Yes,
me very
100%.
happy. But I know
It makes me
right?
happy.
Oh, okay, good. I love the darkness,
Okay, well,
y'all.
this will be exciting for all of us, I think, because I did a little research. The latest the sun will set in January for most of us is 5:15 p.m.
We'll
That
take
is
it.
the latest.
We'll take it. It's in the 4 o'clock hour right now.
It is, but this is the 5:15 is the latest. So we're gonna need some light, is my point. We're gonna need some light for if you're commuting, if you're walking your dog.
You gonna try it?
I have a kid who rides his bike home from practice, and he is definitely getting one of these. And the heat settings on them, on the beanies that light up, they go from 100 to
It's a slick look.
125 degrees. The hats have 4 different light modes. And
that's great.
what else do we have here? Oh, you got
hand
I was just
warmers.
gonna say we got the
Yes.
hand warmers.
Oh, these are hand warmers?
So these ones are heated up, Gio. You want to test these
Yeah,
out?
I'll try this one.
These are 28% off and start at $16.50. Everyone I know is getting one.
$16.50. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Brilliant.
Those are
Brilliant.
fantastic. Okay, so now we want to warm up or cool down your whole body. You can do it with the tap of the button at Ember Labs. This is the wave. It's like, you know when you're really cold and you have a hot chocolate and then instantly you feel warm? This is what this does. You wear it, it can cool you down, it can heat you up, it uses temperature science. 50% off and free shipping.
Oh my
That's some
God.
science
really,
fiction
really
stuff right
cool.
here.
And guys, come join me in this lovely room here.
Sure.
So this is from Linens in Hutch Bedding. It's 100% cotton sheet. Yeah. These have just incredible, they're brushed and washed, superior softness. So you guys, these get softer every single time you wash them.
It also feels cooling. Is it cooling?
So they do have cooling. Thank you, Gio. And also they have these throws. They also have supportive gel fiber pillows. You have to replace your bedding at least once a year, and this is the time to do it. You can save 70% off. And you guys,
Make
I know
it
you're
feel
very
luxurious.
relaxed.
Yeah.
I'm about to get you even more relaxed.
Okay.
Gio, if you will do the honors of trying this out.
I'm a
Janae and I have
massager.
some eye
Too much makeup,
on.
yeah.
So tired eyes, we're all dealing with a lot of
Guess you
strain.
don't care about how I look.
You always look good.
Whoa, what's going on?
Okay, so this is from Nico. It's the Gaze Eye Massager.
Oh,
explain
this
what's
uses air pressure and gentle heat. It fits comfortably. It also looks.
I don't know what's happening,
right
Janae.
Now?
You don't know what's happening.
This is
You're
like
It's
this is like
massaging all of
massaging.
that strain. So
Are you
listen.
feeling relaxed?
Do you feel relaxed?
Yeah, and it's warm.
It's warm. It uses heat, so gentle air pressure and that warm heat. You can wear it
yeah, right there
comfortably
on the
for up to
temples.
120 minutes of use. This is like self-care
You're
in a
not
mask, you
taking it
guys.
off.
53%
Oh yeah,
off.
right there on the temples.
And free shipping. This is great because it's cold
is
outside,
so
but then you
good.
get that dry heat. This is fantastic for anybody.
You can't
This
see,
sort of
right?
I
suffering
can't
there.
see, but this is worth messing up your makeup for.
Yeah.
It is so good.
So the deal here is $70. Free shipping, that's over 50% off.
Fantastic.
Oh, that is so good. Thank you, Laurie. We're just getting started. You know that. When you see something you love, head over to abcsecretsavings.com to shop these limited time deals.
And up next, more savings on products to kick off your health and wellness resolutions for the new year. Stay with us.
Feel the inside. Feel the inside.
Welcome back to our ABC Secret Savings January special. We have partnered with top brands to keep your wellness goals on track in 2026.
And these deals are only available for a limited time, so when you see something you love, you got to go grab it. abcsecretsavings.com to shop or use that QR code right there. Lori, what you got?
Well, Gio, you're going to help us out here. So
Okay.
these are from Life Pro, you guys. These are their vibration plates. Gio's going
All
to
right, here
step
we go.
on the mini
Yeah.
here, which is great for small
Oh,
spaces.
the mini.
Yes.
Here we go.
So that's the mini.
Okay. Okay.
He's going to turn it on. And what this does is it allows that vibration to reach deeper muscles, help improve your circulation. It has adjustable settings for warm-up, strength, training, or recovery. Some people use it to replace a workout, but Gio, tell me what you think.
So, first of all, I don't warm up my legs enough before leg day.
Okay.
This would help with that. This would help with that. I have a friend, she uses this all the time, every single
That's
day.
great.
Loves it.
Well, it comes in the Mini, like I said, the Rumblex 4 has more bells and whistles, and it's over 30% off with free shipping, you guys.
That's a good deal for something
That's
that's
a great thing to
expensive,
help with our 2026 fitness goals, right? Really easy and helpful.
That was You did cool. great.
Okay,
Good job.
so moving along, this is all about cold therapy. So this is from...
There's the ice.
Yeah, so this is the Reathlete MediFrost. So think about it like if you get hurt or you have like a tight muscle or something, you usually will take out what? An ice pack. In my house, a bag of peas. But,
Same.
right? Yeah, we're moms. I mean,
Exactly.
come on. But what this does is even better because it's lightweight, hands-free, and you basically put it on wherever your muscle is sore, and it doesn't slip, it doesn't drip. It's because you know what happens even with the bag of peas.
It's just a mess.
It's a mess. There's water everywhere. It doesn't, and then you're like, is this even working anymore? It's now lukewarm. I can eat these peas. So this is so much better, you guys. Really great for relieving pain, for recovering faster. It's half off right now, 50% off, plus free shipping.
That is
so
cool.
This is great cold therapy. Okay.
Cool, literally.
Are you guys on the compression socks bandwagon?
Especially for long flights.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, for working out, I do wear long socks, but you know, I think I need to get on the compression socks.
Well, these are cute.
So aren't they so cute? These are from Vim and Vigor, and this is what I love about compression socks is that everyone needs them.
I thought those would look great on you.
They will if you're traveling, if you're working
look like
out,
the
if
Grinch?
you've got circulatory issues. These are great with reducing swelling. Everybody wants nice unswelled legs,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You can, and they keep that real like heavy leg feeling. They keep it at bay. These are the gold standard, you guys. And right now they are under $20.
Oh,
what a deal.
Really
Yes.
cute patterns and prints. Okay, moving along.
Oh, he's a big magnesium guy.
Okay.
Love a good magnesium oil.
well,
Look at that.
Here we go.
Okay.
Magnum Solace, you guys. So there's so many great things here for you, Gio. Nighttime magnesium creams. They have butters. They have sprays. They have salts. They're all small, simple ways to unwind. And they also have...
Wow, it smells so good. This is
Isn't that
sandalwood.
amazing?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of different ones. And then also I want to point out that they have the beef tallow, which is very trendy right now. A miracle for dry, sensitive skin. And this Magnum Solace deal starts at $10.50. You can save up to 58% off. But you guys, my New Year's resolution is to try new things, and I'm starting with my Apple Watch with a new band from Strawberry Avocado. Just like mixing and matching, getting fun. These are lightweight, soft. They snap on so quickly, and you can get 60% off today.
Wait, they're super light.
Aren't they so fun? And then finally, you guys, the ultimate in comfort. This is the Fluffle cooling blanket. It's advanced. Janae is like locking in eyes with me. She's like, Lori.
Because I'm like, this is
yes,
good.
it's so good. Advanced thermal technology. This blends with a silky softness. It has a breathable, cool feel. There's a blanket. Yeah, Gio's got the blanket. And this is the body pillow. Because body pillows, I mean, I don't know if you used one when you were pregnant. I used one
did.
and then I never
That's why
let
I got
it go.
lost in your eyes as I felt this, because I was like, oh, if I have this then.
But they could overheat, and that's what I love about this one from Fluffle is that it will not overheat. Everything is at least 49% off with free shipping. So really great things to keep 2026 starting right.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are now at the halfway mark, so head to abcsecretsavings.com to shop these limited time deals.
For ABC Secret Savings January special, we've partnered with more than 24 brands on exclusive deals just for you to kick off the new year. And up next, we've got big savings on kitchen and home favorites.
Yep, and since the deals are only available for a limited time, when you see something you love, scan that QR code on the corner of your screen or go to abcsecretsavings.com. Lori, we were talking health before. Now we're talking all the carbs.
Oh, you know I love a good carb, right?
Good.
But these are healthier swaps, you guys, of classic baked goods. And all I have to say is convenience, let me do that again, convenience, thy name is Wild Green. Because you guys, look at what you can get. So if you want breakfast, they've got waffles.
Yes.
Janae was like, why do these rolls
look so good. I want a sandwich.
Yeah. So this is all of the delicious baked goods, pitas, waffles. There's even a cheesecake
There's
right
a cheesecake.
there without
With
any
protein.
of the hassle.
It's got 11 grams of protein.
That's right. And it's all artisan, and the savings right now is 50% off, you guys. It comes frozen, you bake it in 25 minutes.
Oh,
It's perfect.
look at
Okay.
this. I love the NutriBullet.
I know that you guys love a smoothie, and the NutriBullet Flip, you'll be hard-pressed to find anything better. They're already drinking their
this is
smoothies.
different. What is this?
So basically, Gio, this is fantastic. You just put it in, you fill the, fill it with your whatever fruits you want, or protein powder, I'm sure, right? And then you flip it over, you blend it, and then you're good to go. And then you just can sip. It keeps everything cold for up to 24 hours, you guys. Now it is 57% off. And you guys know NutriBullet. They are like top of the line, industry leader. So you know you can trust it.
Brilliant. Okay, more
so
kitchen
now
stuff.
we're gonna move. Oh, here, I'll come in the middle. Now we're gonna move to cook. So this is beautiful cookware, right?
Gosh.
This is the cast iron Dutch oven. It's perfect size for soups. It's soup season, friends, right?
Wow.
This is great here. The crock for like a French onion soup.
Beautiful.
Stews, roasting. Janae is in. She is in.
This makes me want to make something from scratch at home.
She's gonna take that bread from Wild Green and put it in the cook, right? So everything is 26 to 30% off right now.
And dishwasher safe.
Good dishwasher safe, indeed. Okay, we're moving on to
Gio, knives. You excited? He was very excited seeing these knives earlier.
Wait, Gio, we have a lot of weird freaks, I think. We like when it gets dark, we like knives.
There's like beautiful knives in the kitchen.
And it's nice precision cooking. I love efficiency. Schmidt Brothers, yeah, exactly. Patented curves. So you guys, this is gonna give your hand better control. It has sustainable materials. You can get 7 set to a 15 set, 30 to 35% off with free shipping. And I agree, it just looks beautiful on a countertop.
It looks beautiful.
We're not weird.
It sounds like we're like into slasher movies.
No. Okay, this is one of my favorite small but impactful home upgrades. The Snap Power Outlet. This has covers that has built-in LEDs, so no wiring, no batteries. I'm just putting it on there. You see the little light go on?
That's so when it gets dark.
Exactly. At home, when your home gets dark, it uses a sensor, so it would light up, so you don't need an extra light night light. It's all in there. A 2-pack here, $30. Such a great value,
especially for the bathroom. That's really good.
Or next to the bed.
Now, you guys, I know that you have littles at home, and I know you travel a ton. But once you have tweens and you're commuting and you're traveling, you need limitless power banks. These are compact, thoughtful charging options, because otherwise all your cords are all over the place. The blocks are always missing.
Oh my gosh!
Yes,
it's incredible. Like
One,
it
two,
really
three,
is
four,
limitless.
Five,
Well made.
6 devices you can use this for.
It has the Power Pro with the Charge Hub. It charges multiple devices, and it's up to 60% off today. I also love that this one has the little flashlight, and when you plug your device in, it tells you how much power you have left, which I really love.
Brilliant.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, you guys know just as well as I do how important a good night's sleep is, right? And you can't get a good night's sleep without a good mattress. So this one is from Layla. Go ahead and get on there.
We showed the bedding before, but now this is about the mattress.
Now, what's so cool about this, you guys, a couple things. It's flippable, so it's like 2 mattresses in one. You can see on the corner there, it has a soft side. You guys are on the soft side. And then on the bottom, you could flip it. It has a firm side. So if you like a little firmer, it's copper infused, so it'll help you sleep cooler. It comes in those memory foam and hybrid versions. Twin up to a California king. Gio does not want to get up. And right now it is 50% off plus free shipping.
50%, that's a deal.
A good mattress makes all the difference.
It really does.
I know.
All right, when you see something you love, use that QR code right there, or go to abcsecretsavings.com to shop these limited time offers.
And get ready, our final batch of savings is coming up. That'll stretch your dollar while keeping your home organized and refreshed. We'll be right back.
You guys have
Welcome back to our ABC Secret Savings January special. We are down to our final 6. Don't miss out on these everyday favorites to keep your home fresh and clean heading into 2026.
And by now, you know the drill, right? When you see something you love, scan that QR code right there on the screen or head to abcsecretsavings.com to shop. I am totally confused, Lori. What's going on?
A touchless vacuum.
This is incredible. So this is the iVac. It is a lifesaver, you guys. So you see there's a bunch of mess here on the floor, right? I'm going to take my broom and I'm just going to sweep it in. Here, we're going to sweep.
No way!
So it's like a dustpan, but an electric dustpan in a way, but it really vacs. It's so much more
The
powerful
crew was
than that.
actually applauding.
Because we need these on set, right?
That's
this vacuums
brilliant.
up everything from dust to pet hair to crumbs, and you don't have to bend over and kind of deal with the dustpan. I always fail at that part. I get it so close, and then I'm like, oh, there's still that line of debris, right? But now with the iVac, you no longer need that. It just also looks so cool in a home.
It
I
is
think it's like
sleek.
very sleek and modern.
Yeah.
25% off with free shipping, you guys.
AI cleans your house.
Amen. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so next up, we all want our house to be clean, but especially I know we've got kids at home. You don't want all of those harsh chemicals. Like I'm always worried, what am I actually cleaning with, right? So now with Aunt Fanny's, you guys can skip the harsh chemicals, but still get that efficient, effective work. They have something for everything in here, you guys. Like you can literally clean the house from top to bottom. Their home bundle actually has more than 20,000 positive reviews. Wow. So it's really good stuff. It's also so cute. I love the packaging. You can save up to 46%. And that's the kind of thing
And
like
a
now.
whole package.
And a whole
Sounds
package.
great.
That's you want to start now and then just keep it clean all 2026.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Okay, and speaking of keeping things clean, you guys, do either of you have pets?
Yes.
She does.
You do?
Nala. Yep.
Okay. And does your pet shed?
She's a golden doodle, so she doesn't really shed. But
Okay. There's always a little something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the reason that I don't have a pet is because I was worried about the hair. But now I've seen this uproot clean work, and I'm like, I might have to get a dog.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. You can see there's all the dog hair here.
Right.
So watch this.
Wow.
Bye-bye. So even if supportive set. Even if it is deeply embedded, you can pick up that fur from rugs, upholstery.
Oh, look at all the attachments.
All different attachments. It's 7-in-1. It just cuts down on all of that shedding work. And this is 25 to 40% off. You
Wait,
guys.
these are also great for grooming your dog
There
and then
you
getting
go.
as you're brushing and it sucks off the extra hair.
We know what we're getting,
Amazing.
Janae. Okay, next.
I love this stuff.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, I love to
I
hear
use
that.
this all the time.
So,
Yes,
so it's
100%.
Grandma, and apparently it's Grandma's secret spot. Apparently it's also Gio's spot remover. This is incredible. So it gets rid of stains without bleaching or harsh chemicals. Because again, you want that safe
And it
stain
gets
remover.
rid of them.
So you just apply, you lightly agitate it, you toss it right in the wash, and you guys, 39% off gets you a 3-pack for $11.
Wow.
So Gio,
Right.
you better
gonna
scan that
look
QR
up.
code.
I'm gonna take all of them.
Okay,
All right.
now proof detergent. This is something that I converted to this year, and I am sold. So these are detergent sheets, you guys. They save so much space. They eliminate spills.
I was thinking the dryer sheets, the detergent
No, these are
sheets.
detergent sheets, you guys. So you can throw them in. They're plastic-free. They're plant-based. I can confirm that they wash just as well as your liquid.
How easy to just
They're
throw
so
this
much
in.
easier, and it's been
And
really helpful in
fragrance-free.
teaching my kids
Yeah.
how to do the laundry.
Oh,
Proof
yeah.
just helped with that. So if that's not reason enough, 30% off will be reason enough
Okay.
to get these right now.
Hypoallergenic.
Yeah.
They're
No
really fantastic. No microplastics, which is huge for me. And then finally, everybody was like, what is this cool thing? This is the Broomby, otherwise known as the thing that I wish I'd invented. So this has a silicone edge right there.
Okay.
Gio, I'm gonna make this a little bigger. And you're gonna see here what it does. Look at how easily, because with a traditional broom that has bristles, you just don't get that clean edge, right? Guys, between this and the iVac, I'm gonna have the cleanest floor. But what's
Did
also
you waste
great,
animal cookies down there?
yeah. What's also
Checking out
great
the debris.
about the Broomy is you can use it for carpet, tile, hardwood rugs. I have one of these, and my husband broke a glass, and this was so much better
That's so
than a
smart,
traditional
yeah.
broom because it just sticks to everything. You can use it on everything, even on windows if you want to,
it looks like a window cleaner.
Yeah. So it is up to 30% off today, you guys.
And a big thank you to all of these great brands for the exclusive savings. Scan that QR code right there on your screen or head over to abcsecretsavings.com to shop. Oh, what a blast we had. A big thank you to Lori B. and all of these great companies for partnering with us to bring you these incredible savings to kick off the new year.
Yes, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.